Dear Future Carla, today is January 14th, 2020. This is entry 14. Today, I want to talk to you about something that I was working on earlier today, and that is templates on Google Docs. As you probably may or may not remember, in 2020 and 2019 and 2018, I like to blog. So for my two blogs, Carprincess.com and 15minutesofcreativity.com, I wanted to get better at posting more content on both of those sites. And one of the things I decided to do was create templates for some of the series that I post. A lot of the times the series, I kind of like to keep the same kind of rhythm. So on Google Docs, I decided to create a template for these series. So that way, when I want to write a new article, half the work is already done for me, and then all I have to do is fill in the details. On Carprincess.com, I have two really main series. One of them is The Things I Carry, and the other one is Reading Report. The Things I Carry is more about really looking at the items I own in my house and to figure out which one brings me joy. So through the writing of the article, I usually know by the end of the article whether or not I want to keep said item. I'm actually going to show you right now one of the items I wrote an article for. Here is my Instamax 9 mini camera. It's a really cute camera. It looks really great in Instagram photos, like taking a picture of it. However, it's a little bit of a hassle for me to use it. And I kind of came to that conclusion while writing The Things I Carry. I wrote an article about it because it looks so pretty. It's something I really wanted back, I think, in 2016, in 2015. And now I look at it, it looks really cute in my room, but I didn't really use it in like over a year. Now, it could be because I ran out of film, but it could also be that I kind of grew out of my shiny object, and now it's kind of a part of my past. Through writing The Things I Carry, I realized that I didn't have as much love for my instant camera as I once did. And The Things I Carry also helps me really take that hard look and to also do a little bit more research on the item. Because there's some times that I've written articles that I'm like, I wonder what accessories comes with this item. And while I'm writing The Things I Carry, I also like to give resources on the item. So like, for example, for this camera, I showed like carrying cases and film and all kinds of things. But for others, like I had this mouse that I wrote about. For that one, I think I showed like other kinds of mice because I couldn't find that particular brand that was gifted to me. And in Reading Report, I usually just talk about the books I read. And the reason I do this is because since I plan on reading so many books, and since I admittedly don't have the best memory, I would like to have a record of all the books I read and the highlights and the downsides of them, just so, if for my own sake, but also when I make book recommendations. Nothing's worse than hearing, oh, you should read this book. And then you're like, so why should I read it? And then they're like, oh, I don't know, it's just a good book. I'd rather be like, hey, listen, I think you should read this book, and these are the reasons why. Or, hey, if you really liked this book, here are some resources so you can understand more about the concepts discussed in that book. That's why my Reading Report and Review, not only do I talk about the book that I read, but I also discuss resources that help me understand the book better, as well as ways I implement the book's teaching into my everyday life. Because nothing's worse than consuming content, like YouTube videos or books in this case, and then being like, oh, that was great, and then not learning from it. The whole point of gaining wisdom is learning from your past or learning from what you read and what you see. And there's really I mean, there's the point of doing it because it brings you joy, but there's also an additional point that you lose if you don't retain the knowledge, or at least like 20% of the knowledge. So those are my 2 articles that I created templates for, but I plan on creating templates for other series as I think of them. That way I have a quicker, easier way of getting content out to you and the rest of the world quickly. So Future Carla, consider this you're welcome for making your life a lot easier by going and doing the hard work right now, which is creating all the templates. That way you don't have to work as hard and you have more time to create and less time to be like doing the same things over and over again. Also, another update. I edited my first video yesterday. I used Premiere Rush and it was great. I did some more cuts and today I plan to do more cuts, and moving forward you're going to see less and more streamlined formatting. I think at the 20 video mark I'm going to work on making the thumbnails nicer, but right now I like this improving in incremental steps so that way I can get used to one thing before moving on to the next thing. Also, Future Carla, I apologize for making you look like a hot mess in this video. I was looking at my reflection and it looks like I'm a unicorn. So hopefully you, Future Carla, you don't have to deal with being a unicorn, but current Carla needs to step up her skincare game so I don't get these ugly blemishes. And unfortunately, I don't think I have enough time to put on makeup and then re-record this video. What you're getting is what you're seeing. This is what you get. And I'd rather be authentic with you, Future Carla, than to be unauthentic. Though that's not saying in the future I might also just make myself look cute. Depends on my mood, depends on how I feel. And today I just feel like working hard, being authentic, and not needing to put on extra layers of stuff on my face. So anyways, this was entry 14. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.